Hey everybody, Magnum Knights here, and today we're going to be going through a review of my Counter-Strike Global Offensive first game back from Counter-Strike 1.6. And of course we have everybody here in just the warm-up zone, goofing around. Yeah, this is just the pre-game show, as it were. I wish I got gifts. That'd be nice. Alright, 50 more seconds of the warm-up. Everybody's just goofing around. I don't even think I'm connected yet. And no, I'm not playing under Jeff. I am playing as Magnum Knight. There I am, getting shot in the face. Oh, that went well. So very well. Yeah, no graphs or anything available in... Alright, where am I hiding again? Because we should be focusing on me, seeing as this is my channel. Right? And you can see all the terrible things that I do. Notice how I'm not actually looking at head level where a player would be. I've got my gun pointed down like a responsible firearms owner would. And just get railroaded for it. There we go. The match has begun. I wish I knew how to get rid of this last two gifts given thing. There's the overview. There's graphs. There's the X-ray button. Auto director, what are you? Oh, you do that. You just bounce around. There we go. Now, we've got it at about body level there. Hoping for a kick up. Going to pit, dodge. The Glock is not exactly known for its accuracy at extreme ranges. There I think I'm shooting at his head still. That's just a barrel in the background. Good times to be had by all. And I'm the last one alive. I've bought, of course, armor for this round. Armor's very important for the pistol round, I find, but I really should have went with maybe smoke or flash nades instead. I continue to make this mistake for the entire game. Of course, the bomb's been planted at B, or the bomb is down B, I should say, since I'm a terrorist. Now, there is nowhere on the UI I can actually see how much time is left in a round. I was actually looking for it. And walking, I may have just made it in time. Judging by the clock up there, because it takes about 5 seconds to plant the bomb. However, it is 1 on 4, and there's the one. So that did not work out well. So our team goes into the eco round. I buy a helmet and armor. The rest of my team has bought nothing. Going for the full save. The enemy team has a P250, a Bison, and a FAMAS. Everybody's got armor and helmet, and half the team has defuse kits and nades. Very wise, counter-terrorists. Very wise. Alright, so we push into short. I freak out. As Zeratul with his Bison comes in and just lays waste to both me and the parrot. This Tommy boy is about to get absolutely owned. At this point, things are not looking good for the terrorist team. Things are looking very not good for the terrorist team. As you can see up in the top there, the picker meter, as it were, for the favorite is currently favoring massively counter-terrorists.
I'm throwing smoke. Smoke! Grenade out. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Now with the MAC-10, we're going to go in, and we're going to die. A lot.
Throwing a flashbang. Hold this position.
In the pro matches, the position I would normally play is what's called entry fragger. It is my job to die but provide vital intelligence and wound the enemy as much as possible. If I get a frag, it has been a good day.
Blending.
Now, here's something that's looking good for the terrorist team. We've picked 3 and lost no one.
Flashbang.
I'm watching the lower tunnel because I don't have X-ray vision, but do a little jump shooting here as they try and pick me. At this point, for the counter-terrorists, they should be rotating out to save their guns.
Terrorists win.
But unfortunately, jump shooting actually worked out in my favor. There. Got 2 frags for my 2 deaths. Made it up to my team for sucking so bad. Pick up the AK, drop my MAC. And went with armor helmet, no nades. I always die when I have a nade in my hand, so I never buy them anymore. Alright, so terrorist team moving through long A. Counter-terrorists setting up 2 players at the long A position, 1 mid. Somebody has set it an incendiary, and Tommy Boy is just going to sit there and look at it. We've got a smoke down on the corner that I'm going to hide in, like Batman.
Throwing a flashbang.
Oh, somebody just took a heavy hit.
Flashbang.
And I get upped. Things are definitely not looking good for the terrorist team. We took our 1 round, and I think we're going to lose 3 more after this.
Planting the bomb.
Like, right now, I'm not a happy Counter-Strike player, as we just got fucking demolished there.
Defusing the bomb.
What does Zeratul have? Oh, it's an AUG. That's what that image is. You never see the AUG very often in competitive matches. It's a very good gun. But I guess if you're winning 2 or 3 rounds in a row, you have the money to spend on the superior firearms. So, I tossed the bomb down to Irate Parrot, because I'm hoping to get Parrot to toss it to auto-loading, and we have a really good B push at that point. But Parrot holds onto the bomb and runs towards A, so I go with the team.
Smoke.
Now, most of the team's going long A. I'm hoping I could get a crossfire or a lurk kill coming up short.
Smoke.
It's just Derek holding on site, taken down by Jake.
I'm throwing a grenade. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Now, I can hear my team engaging, but it's behind the smoke, I couldn't see him. Oops, that was silly of me.
Blending.
Oh, and there's Bruschetta taking me out. Did not have quite enough time to get the flick shot out on him. Bruschetta now coming through counter-terrorist spawn, while Zeratul holds short A.
Flashbang.
Wielding the Stalinator from Jake, Zeratul drops 2 players in a very impressive display of auging skills, I should say. Very impressive display indeed. Good job, Zeratul. Or Zerul? Yeah, Zerul. I want to say Zeratul. It's not Zeratul, this isn't WoW.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Congratulations to the counter-terrorist. That was a beautiful play by Zerul. Alright, Mr. Magnum Knights has his MAC-10 back. We did okay with that 1 round, so here we go. Counter-terrorists are up 4-1. T-Team, an economic fucking disaster here. Counter-terrorist team, looking strong. Looking too strong. So, coming through counter-terrorist spawn. I can't see that I was bumping into a friendly player there in the smoke. Nope. Take out Zerul and his AUG. I actually went looking for his AUG, but it seemed to have flown somewhere I couldn't find. Fortunately, when you're getting shot in Counter-Strike, it really slows your movement, so I was kind of stuck way out in the open there. But we do what we can. Irate Parrot has the bomb down, of course, in bomb site B, as the two counter-terrorists have decided the old pincer maneuver here. Derek, deploying a flashbang deep in the site, thinking he's behind the wall. And Irate Parrot. Very close, friend. You almost had him.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Derek and the CT's not looking good for the terrorist team. Absolutely getting crushed. Look at all that money on Zerul and Bruschetta. Almost $10,000 each, and they have expensive gear. Over on the T side, we have two AK-47s, Bison, a P90, and Scout.
Let's go.
Irate Parrot and the counter-terrorist team, or sorry, the terrorist team, doing the all-in B push. This is what happens when a team gets super run over, is they decide to be heroes and push for B. Oh, take one in the dome. We've got 8 health left, but that doesn't mean we're not useless. We spray through the door to try and keep the counter-terrorists if they are advancing back. Take position, but unfortunately get wasted by Wasted Officer there. Or was that? Yeah, that was Jeff, not Wasted Officer. Wasted Officer scored that really impressive headshot on me. Counter-terrorists up, 6-1.
Bomb has been defused.
Terrorist team is looking in complete disarray at this point. I've got basically my stomach in my throat. I have scored 0 kills. I have done nothing to help my team at this point. If we look at the scoreboard, I've got 3 kills for my 6 deaths. But that doesn't mean we can't have some kind of success here. Terrorist team drops the bomb in spawn instead of dropping it to a player, and pushing long A. Get body blocked there by auto-loading. Take down Jeff. The MAC-10 isn't exactly known for its armor penetration value. Drop on MAC-10, grab his M4, which was out of ammo. He almost had me. 4 health left game. Gonna peek that corner. As I'm picking away at Derek there. Counter-Strike, being a hit-scan style game, has no bullet drop, just massive bullet deviation.
Counter-terrorists win.
Counter-Terrorists up 7-1. This is not looking good, as Dust 2 is a T-sided map. I mean, if we go into the map here... what button was map again? There we go. If we go into the map here, you'll notice that terrorists have complete control over where they could go. They can push into B, they could go short A, they could go through CT spawn to A, they still have the option of long A, and counter-terrorists have to try and block 4 different routes to bomb sites. So, terrorist team losing 7 out of 8 rounds on this half so far has not been a good sign. We're on auto-loading, who has the bomb, from the smoked-off position at the B bomb site. Bruschetta missing his ops shot and paying the price for it. Zerul with his op in sight.
Flashback.
Seeing that doorway covered, Auto loading's going down. Thought I'd follow him.
Throwing flashbang. Smoke.
Oh, catch a look at Derek's head. But he's already down by the time I could get in position. And wasted by Zerul's op. Now, we've got 2 counter-terrorists, very low. However, it's not helpful when you start getting opt. At this point, I believe Tommy Boy should be rotating for a save. We've got bomb down in the site and wounded players. At this point, we should be going for the call to rotate and save, as our economy is terrible. Oh, Tommy Boy not seeing wasted officer up there. Pays the price for it. Zerul with that scout, still picking away. Oh, Parrot! The run and gun style of the P90 wins the day for the terrorist team. Good job by Raid Parrot. Picks up the op. Tosses it to Tommy Boy. Buys the P90 back for himself. He's got a fairly fancy skin. Magnum Knight's sitting here with his Glock. And the bomb. Purchasing the Galil. And armor and helmet. And of course everybody knows you run faster with your knife out. Smoke's going down on the B entrance. The terrorist team does not care. They're pushing it. Auto loading goes down. Zerul with the Zog Vicar gets taken down by none other than Magnum Knights. Magnum Knights in the site. Watching that window, because he knows there was oppers up there in the past. Switching to bomb. Hoping he could play it behind those boxes, but it's not quite good enough. Heard footsteps, pulls out his gun, that it's a teammate. Bomb goes down, and so do I. Wasted officer wastes no time in dropping me with that deagle. Tommy Boy ops down Jeff. And live by the sword, die by the sword. Op down by wasted officer. Wasted officer. Bomb defuse. Counter-terrorists now have the commanding portion of the half. They have 8 to our 2. We are not looking good. Magnum Knight's trying to think to himself, how can we win? We are getting absolutely decimated. Buying up the Galil once again, and this time I can only afford armor. No helmet. The rest of the terrorist team, of course, armor helmet. And the counter-terrorist team showing economic might. However, they have P90s on 2 characters for some reason. Zerul going down to Tommy Boy's Galil. Planting the bomb. All 5 terrorists alive. Tommy slightly wounded with 2 counter-terrorists dead. This could be the very important terrorist win. Bruschetta moving up through the tunnels. Derek opping through the smoke at CT spawn. Not sure exactly what he's shooting at. Jake sitting at window in the bomb site, blocking out Tommy Boy. Parrot taking down Bruschetta in B tunnels. At this point, counter-terrorists should be rotating out for the save. But what do I know? Counter-terrorists just dropping 2 players.
Terrorists win.
And holding their position. And almost the end of the round frag from the Parrot. Parrot with bomb. $12,500 on Derek. They're the CT opper. He should be buying for his team, and I believe he did. On the terrorist team, we have 3 P90s, 1 Galil, and 1 AK. Just a hodgepodge of everything. Magnum Knights moving up through lower B tunnels. Pushing in to CT spawn, missing his shots due to poor reflexes. And keeping Warranted officer at bay in CT spawn. Meanwhile, Jake, and Jeff sneaks up from behind Magnum Knights, takes him out through the door.
That's a negative.
The rest of the terrorist team sitting in sight with bomb planted. Defensive positions. Derek with that op
I'm throwing a
has been doing awesome work this game, blinded by the flashbang from Jake. Incendiary into the site with HEs. Jeff going down to Jake. Derek and his op down to Jake again.
Terrorists win.
T's exiting site takes down Wasted Officer as well. Now, since the counter-terrorists have a commanding economic lead, it's not a big deal. He didn't need to save. Terrorist team picking up a very, very crucial win to keep us in the game. AK-47. Tommy Boy saving with the P250.
smoke. I'm throwing a flashbang.
2 SMGs on the
Flashbang. Throwing flashbang.
excuse me, on the CT team. Not sure why they're not running with rifles. And absolute fail on the part of Magnum Knights, taken down by Jeff and his MP9. Thinking I was shooting an AK.
Flashbang. Grenade.
Derek covering fire as nades fly into the site. Taken down the irate parrot. Almost pistoling down Tommy Boy. Or, sorry, auto-loading.
I am planting the bomb.
Wasted Officer creeping up on the bomb site, being super stealth about it. Wasted Officer taking up position, looking for bomb site exits. Tommy Boy. Wasted Officer missed his shots, unfortunately. T-Team getting back in the game. Buying up. Counter-terrorist team going with eco pistols and one guy with the unsilenced M4. Oh, there we go. There's a Scout and Bison bot as well as a P250 and an MP9.
Decoys out.
My wonderful self, Magnum Knights, going for B tunnel push, following the bomb carried by auto-loading.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Now, making sure nobody's coming through lower B tunnels at us, I see that our team has pushed through CT spawn on B tunnels from the map and move into the site. Wasn't exactly much help here, but
Planting.
it is now a 1-on-5 situation for Jeff, who has gone down to the lurk player Jake, coming through CT spawn. Terrorist team with a few wins under their belt now, starting to hit their stride. So we have an op once again from Derek, who is now out of money. Easy come, easy go. Wasted Officer saving with an MP9 armor helmet.
Let's go.
And on the terrorist team, we have AKs and an LMG from the irate pirate. What the shit? Nobody ever uses that thing.
Smoke. Smoke.
The M240 Bravo is a
Flashbang.
very powerful weapon, as you can see. It dumps out ammunition. You never have to reload the thing as the terrorist team gets cooked. Jake with 4 health remaining and his P90.
Smoke.
Could have went better for him.
I'm throwing smoke.
Now, Magnum Knights watching the downstairs while his team attempts to take site, takes down Jeff. Wasted Officer dropping auto-loading. Irate Parrot actually kills Wasted Officer with that LMG. Tommy Boy with the op kill on Zerul.
I am planting the bomb.
Derek with his op watching site.
Bomb has been planted.
Now it's a 1-on-3 situation with an op coming into a site. He wisely discards his op for an assault rifle. Personally, I would have just saved my op and run away. As that would have helped you. Irate Parrot taking Derek down to 5 health. But Tommy Boy taking cover in the site. Magnum Knights watching the door, looking up at window and failing at the last second. Oh, that's disappointing. Derek moving in on Tommy Boy, takes him down. However, don't be a twit, buy a kit.
Terrorists win.
We take a look at the scoreboard there. Magnum Knights currently 5 for 12 with 2 assists, and that's the end of the half. Counter-Terrorist 8, Terrorist 7. Starting to get back in the game after a magnificent defeat early game with a 1-2, I think, or sorry, it was a 2-7 losing streak. Terrorist team managed to pull out at least a somewhat even score. Counter-Terrorist team moving out. Pistol round. I've bought armor, as has Parrot,
Throwing a flashbang.
and it seems we have CZs, or Tech 9s, from the Terrorist team on Jeff and Bruschetta. Terrorist team doing a full push at short A. Rotating into CT spawn was a bad move, as I completely fucked up. As I thought they were coming through CT spawn based on gunfire, and since nobody was in B site, and I thought we had people watching short A, apparently it was all lies. Knife out, trying to rotate back. Take down Bruschetta, and get absolutely wasted by the rest of the T team.
Terrorists win.
Good job to the terrorist team, as one of the terrorists has decided to put a few more rounds into my skull for no apparent reason. Poor sportsmanship. As I once again remember, you can take the silencer off this thing for some reason.
They shall rule the day.
Armor and helmet. P250s on half of the counter-terrorist team. We have Bisons, a Galil,
I'm throwing a flashbang.
an MP9. I thought that was a counter-terrorist only weapon. Let me find Jeff here. What's he carrying? Yeah, that's an MP9. Huh.
Planting.
But we have Bisons, Galils, MP9s everywhere against saving players. Super effective. Irate Parrot bursts from cover too early. Bruschetta takes him down with that Bison. Magnum Knights moving into the site, not knowing how many terrorists are left. And for some reason, cannot kill that guy behind the barrel. Absolute fail.
Throwing a flashbang.
Terrorists win.
Terrorist team once again showing early game superiority against the counter-terrorist team. Counter-terrorist team buying up MP mines, SMGs, and a Nova from the Irate Parrot. We have an AK, a Galil, a Scout, and still 2 Bisons on the terrorist team.
Eco is out. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang.
Magnum Knights with his MP9, holding the B tunnel with auto-loading.
Smoke.
Bruschetta moving out of spawn with his Bison, a little late. Terrorist team completely uncontested at long A. However, on the site, we have Tommy Boy doing some decent work with that MP9. Eventually taken down by Jeff and Zerul. Irate Parrot is sitting at short A with the Nova shotgun.
I'm throwing
Bomb
smoke.
has been planted.
Just gonna check B site here real quick. Nope, nobody there. Out comes the knife.
Grenade.
Bruschetta moving in on auto-loading.
Smoke.
Misses his shot and pulls out his knife. Little bit of a panic there, I guess. As Parrot Nova's down wasted officer. Jeff alone on the site watching the bomb. Easily taken down by auto-loading in a P90. Irate Parrot with the 1 health wonder. Defusing the bomb.
Has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Magnum Knights picking up a P90 from a dead body somewhere. Tommy Boy with the AUG. We have an AK-47 on auto-loading. And a P250 from Jake. Terrorist team, half eco, half buy up. Interesting composition. Magnum Knights moving to the long A, noticing that it was completely uncontested last match. However, by the looks of the map, it's terrorists coming down through CT spawn into short A. Irate Parrot gets the Zerul kill. Wasted Officer takes him down. Derek taking down Jake. 2 terrorists in the site against myself. Now, I didn't see that other terrorist go down due to being blinded. So, I see a head poking out there. Wasn't paying attention to names at the time. So I figure a terrorist is coming up, and I lay into poor auto-loading by mistake. And while I'm typing, I get taken down by Bruschetta, as I was typing sorry to my teammate at the time. Now, even with the damage I did to auto-loading, getting shot in the face with a AK-47 will kill you.
Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
It's not looking good for the counter-terrorist team. Once again, 11 to 8 is not nearly as disparaging as 2 against 7.
Yes.
We have a full buy-up from the terrorist team. Counter-terrorist team. We're looking at a Nova, some P250s, an MP9 once again, and an M4 for auto-loading.
Throwing smoke. Flashback.
Now, I see Tommy Boy here wanting to check the door, so I clear it and move into the B-bomb site to back up auto-loading. Auto-loading, watching the door, so I'm going to push into B tunnels. Super stealthy, of course. Big gun battle going on in the middle, over the center doors. Zerul, back at T-spawn, along with 2 other players, like Wasted Officer, now moving into long A for a delayed push. The bomb seems to be just toddling around in T-spawn. Perhaps the player was AFK, who knows? Derek holding CT doors. Jeff with his op, knows that Parrot's there, bouncing up and down. Flashbang's going to land right on him. And Wasted Officer has no trouble taking down Parrot in his blinded state. Magnum Knights in the site with his MP9. Ooh. Auto-loading and Magnum Knights holding the long A corridor. Taking him down. Well played, counter-terrorists, and myself personally, thank you. Thank you. Drop in the MP9 for an M4. Terrorists have gone into an eco round by the looks of it. Nope, there's an AK. Magnum Knights, pistol out, switching over to his M4, as running around with a pistol when you have a primary is kind of silly. And I'm getting messaged on Steam, as always, whenever I'm doing things. Camping down the long doors here. This area hasn't been used yet. Oh. Take down Jeff with the M4. Half health. Poor aim on my part. I should have been aiming for headshots, but gotta learn spray control somehow, right? I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike back in 1.6, but I have not touched the game in like 10 years. Global Offensive is very pretty, but it's got a whole lot of little doodads that I'm not used to on the maps now. Oh, I see bullets coming through the doors. Back out, as Bruschetta has successfully trolled me into maintaining position. Meanwhile, auto-holding, holding B tunnels, along with Jake. Derek, glocking down Irate Parrot. However, he pays the price for it. Bomb down in B tunnels. As Magnum Knight sneaks up and takes down Bruschetta while he was attempting to back out and save. Now, I'm not much of an opper, so I toss that to Tommy Boy. Grab this Vomus. We have a half-buy from the terrorist forces. And CTs are looking fairly well equipped. Irate Parrot still running with that Nova. Smoke at doors. We have a full T-push coming through long A. I'm busy admiring this FAMAS that somebody has given me. I hear footsteps, and there they are. Take down one player. 2 players. Switch to pistol. And by that point, my nerves were fried, and I had to try and do what I could. 2 picks from Magnum Knights makes this a little bit better for a 2-on-2 confrontation. MP 9ing down poor Parrot from Zerul. As Tommy Boy, I think, missed his shot on Wasted Officer as he dove into the pit. Jeff and Zerul moving around to short A to attempt to take the site that way. Oh, no, they're switching around to... Now, coming through these doors, they have an option to come up to A. Smoking off the corridor, of course, means they are definitely going B. Throwing incendiaries into the B site, looking for players. Wasted Officer has rotated out of pit and through B tunnels. Tommy Boy and auto-loading left in the dust, as T's have the bomb down in the B site. We have an upcoming confrontation with auto-loading. Oh, picking up on that player as he took cover behind that box. Rotating out, noticing the guy standing on top of the boxes. Tommy Boy taken out. Wasted Officer's position has been... Fakes the defuse to pull in the player. Oh no, out of ammo. Sprays him down, and auto-loading is not a twit. He has a kit.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorist.
Last second defuse by auto-loading for a win on the counter-terrorist team. Score is starting to even out. Score has evened out, in fact. Got Magnum Knights moving down, going to guard long A once again. Terrorist forces are going for a full T-push into B site. Taking up position in B. Oh no, auto-loading, wasting far too much ammunition, downing a player that was right in his face. T-forces going into a full rotate back to B, all save for Magnum Knights himself, who has a long run ahead of him.
Bomb has been planted.
T's setting up the defensive positions. Parrot coming in from behind with his run-and-gun style, taking down all the T players. Well played, counter-terrorists in the pincer maneuver.
Bomb has been defused.
I was a little late to the party.
Terrorists win.
Counter-terrorists, after a long fight back, have taken the lead in the score here on Dust 2. CT forces, full buy except for Parrot, who has favored the P90 for its run and gun style of play, and we have a full buy from the terrorist forces, looking at, is that an SG-553 on Zerul? I believe that is an SG-553 on Zerul. Indeed it is. It is the AUG counterpart on the terrorist side. Terrorists going for a delayed push, camping down long A. Jake taking my spot at long A as I guard pit. Looking into the A site. Bruschetta moving into B tunnels. Delayed terrorist movements. They have taken defensive positions around terrorist spawn. Jake comes out and takes down Wasted Officer with some well-placed shots, as well as Zerul. Bomb down at long A terrorist side. Magnum Knights coming through CT spawn, picks up on Derek's head and moves around to short A to back up Jake. Jake goes down. Magnum Knights, spray failure. Derek with the headshot. Derek has 3 frags this round and is playing very well. Tommy Boy looking at short A with his P250. As Derek and the bomb carrier, Bruschetta, move on. It's a long way back. Bruschetta picking up on the footsteps, I guess, coming up from behind him. Tommy Boy, he's got his op. Nice setup by Derek and Bruschetta. Derek goes down while watching Short A. Bruschetta picking up his gun and taking the smarter approach and hiding. HE misses Bruschetta as Tommy Boy's looking Short A. He's got a pretty good idea where our favorite friend might be hiding. He figures he's down the hallway, fakes the defuse, picks up the assault rifle. Does not fake the defuse, in fact. Goes for it, thinking Bruschetta has rotated out. Magnum Knights, the Prince of Affluence, had 10,000 bucks to spare and distributing M4s to the team. Not enough time to toss one off to auto-loading, who picks up a Nova. Terrorists looking at like a 2-2-1. Bruschetta in B tunnels. Derek taken down by Parrot. Jeff moving through counter-terrorist spawn. Engaged by Jake and Magnum Knights. At this point, I am notifying the team that the bomb is down at T-spawn, and they all start rotating in. Now, that was a critical round for us to win, as that puts us back into the lead. Terrorist team looking at an eco round. Counter-terrorist team looking strong with a would be full buy, but we're also carrying AKs. Oh, we have buys from the terrorist team, as they're not willing to give us the 14th point to go for a full buy on the next round. But Yuri has taken over from Wasted Officer. As Wasted Officer, I guess, did not feel like losing. I am already dead. Entry fragger. Here I am clicking around. I'm like, where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm dead. That'd do it. Jake engaging the scouter. Derek. Derek almost takes him down. 2 health remaining on Jake. Well played. Magnum Knights is no longer, you know, the wonderful oil prince that he once was in the money department. However, T-side buying up SMGs. Counter-terrorist team looking at a full rifle buy. And we have a full push coming. Short A by the looks of it. Or sorry, that's B push from the terrorist team. Grenade does a little bit of damage to Zerul. There's Rule, however he may pronounce that name. Smoking off the B corridor. Nothing but nades flying through the door. Counter-terrorists now rotating to cover B. He can see Irate Parrot's gun, but he can't do anything about it. Space. Sorry, Jake taking down Derek at B tunnels. Irate Parrot dropped by Jeff. Full flash on T players. Unfortunately, there's going to be a trade-off there. Fire keeping me from joining the party here at Short A from Jeff. Bomb now rotating into B, by the looks of it. Jeff taking down auto-loading outside of the site. Terrorists gain control of the site. Magnum Knights all on his lonesome.
Bomb has been planted.
Take it down, Jeff, with minimal damage to myself. And taken down by Wasted Officer in a very sneaky position behind the car. I couldn't even see the fucker. 13-14 is the score. It's coming down to the wire.
Let's get this over with.
Magnum Knights with the P250 because I am poor.
Throwing smoke. Throwing smoke. Flashback.
I had an M4, but I did donate it to, I believe it was Tommy Boy. Because as it stands, I am the lowest fragger on the team. Have the hardest time getting those kills.
I'm throwing a grenade.
Jake goes down, pushing out of long A tunnel.
Grenade.
Derek pops out. Parrot, wounded. And I just can't seem to secure the kill on Derek behind that blue crate. I must have been clipping the edge there or something. Bruschetta taking down Tommy Boy. Over at terrorist spawn. Zerul and his SG-553 holding terrorist spawn. Derek rotating back to terrorist spawn, regrouping and pushing out as a team. Sneaky bastards.
Laying down smoke.
Wasted officer rotating through B tunnels, grouping up with the rest of the terrorist forces.
Throwing a flashback.
Auto-loading. Blinded by terrorist grenades. It is a 5-on-1 situation here for auto-loading. Takes down Bruschetta the bomb carrier, but unfortunately was no match for the rest of the terrorist forces. Zerul shooting at weapons to make sure that Parrot can't get one. And Parrot, unfortunately, flanked by Derek and taken out. Last minute bomb plant for cash. Well played. 14-14 is the score here on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We have a full buy from the terrorist forces. Meanwhile, counter-terrorist forces can afford nothing.
Let's go.
Oh, this could be bad. Magnum Knight's leading the charge. Knife out.
Throwing smoke. Throwing a decoy. Grenade.
Once again, P250 at the ready.
I'm throwing smoke.
We have the bomb down at terror spawn. Seems to be not paying attention to what it is he's doing. Wasted officer and Bruschetta take down auto-loading as he pushes it to terror spawn. Bruschetta opening fire at nothing through those doors. Terrorist bomb coming down short A. Taken down by Jake.
I'm throwing a grenade.
Jake taking cover behind the boxes. Flashbangs out. Blinds and takes down Zerul. Also taking down Wasted Officer in his blinded state. Bruschetta taking down Parrot, doubling back, but coming face to face with Jake. Magnum Knights was pushing forward as well to pincer pour Bruschetta into that corridor and murder his ass. Half eco win for the counter-terrorist forces, 15-14. I didn't think we'd actually make it this far into the game.
Our mission is simple. Take them out.
At this point, I have started to communicate with the team a lot more. My mic doesn't exactly like working for Counter-Strike,
Throwing flashback.
so I am using text. Absolutely fucking fail that flashbang throw, blinding myself and my teammates. This is why I do not use grenades. Terrorist forces holding B tunnel.
Laying down smoke. Deploying flashbang.
As you can see, myself and Jake are pushing through the A or long A site. Terrorists have been known to be holding. And I just spot Wasted Officer's leg there, but can't quite confirm the kill. And he is long gone by the time I can get to a position where I can rotate out at him.
Flashbang.
Flashbangs out, blinding me. And himself, thank you Jake. Give my head a little shake there. Terrorists now rotating out of B tunnels and through terrorist spawn. Bomb carrier Bruschetta. Counter-terrorist forces. Wondering where the hell all the terrorists are. Irate Parrot goes to town, taking down Wasted Officer and Jeff. Tommy Boy opting through cover to take down Cerule. Bruschetta dropping me while I had my knife out, trying to rotate back to long A to see if that's where they were. Auto-loading, dropping Bruschetta. Derek confirming the kill, back on auto-loading. Bomb is down at the long A corridor. We have a 1v1, Tommy Boy, and auto-loading, take down Derek. And that is it for this match of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This has been Magnum Knights playing Counter-Strike. I am not the best player at this yet. Give me time to learn some skills. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next one.